Hello everybody, welcome to our new video. Today we're going to learn how to do a login details, system using phpMyAdmin. So and MySQL, we also gonna use PHP and also HTML. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So anyway, we expect you to know a little bit of how to create a database and tables, and also a little bit of some HTML. So I'm not going to create any template from scratch. I downloaded a template. We're gonna use this, something simple anyway. You're gonna be able to follow. I'm gonna log out here. There's no this beautiful template. I downloaded it online, but there's no like PHP in here. That's why you can see that we're using what? It's called login.html. I want us to change it to PHP, and also we're going to do what? Try to make it to be we're gonna make it to be what? We're gonna make it to connect to the database and also connect to PHP, and so we log in. So our database is already here. It's called Azania DB. Then we have a table called users. That's where we stored our usernames and password, and that's when where we're gonna do what? We're gonna fetch our data, and we log in. So that's the story for today. So I'm gonna start as soon as possible. You can see if I go and search for users, this is the table I'm gonna use, and it has a couple of names and passwords. So that's what we're gonna do. So I expect that you know how at least to create a table and also to put in passwords, a password field. So I'm gonna create a script which is gonna connect to the database, and also it's gonna allow us to log in. Okay, good. So you see this page is in the folder called Charisma, themes, what. So leave that. We're gonna get something better, local. So this is online anyway. We're gonna go local, and we do that. So I'm gonna look into my stuff and get it. We go to that folder where we stored our Charisma things. Then we go and rename that user to login. This login, wanna make it a PHP page. Just change there and say PHP, and also say save. Once I save, I wanna open it in text field here, and I want to go to form. We're gonna find form action. Okay, I want to find Control F, then we say action. Yeah, this is form. So this is where the form is, but now we're gonna create another page which gonna say it's gonna give us what we're gonna call login now. We're gonna call it login now dot PHP. We haven't really created this page, but we're putting it here because we know we're gonna use it, and we save this. So we're gonna go to, we cannot double click this to run, but we're going to make it do what? We're gonna say localhost, then we say school. Now we're gonna say login dot PHP. We can't find that. Okay, but we're gonna find it. So just say school, then / that's where you see this is done. So if I say, it said it doesn't find this page, so we're gonna create this page first. After creating that page, then we're gonna do other stuff. So we can use the same page here and copy, and after copying that, then we're gonna paste it here. After pasting it there, we're gonna rename it to be login now, and that's what we're gonna do, login now. After logging in now, we rename. So after renaming that, we're gonna go to the editor. We go inside here, we delete everything, then we put something which is gonna say PHP. So now this is a straight PHP, there's no HTML here for now. We're gonna say echo. We're gonna say echo. No, echo welcome. We're gonna say welcome. We're gonna put the name, whoever gonna log in future, we're gonna put the name of that person. So but now we're gonna go step by step. We see how we can win this to work. We're gonna save that and go back to our page. Since the page now exists, once we go to the browser, you're gonna see it won't tell us that. We're gonna refresh. It's gonna say welcome. So that's good. We go back here. When we click here, it goes to our page which says welcome. What do we need in that page? The welcome page. Welcome page, we're gonna need to connect to the database, which we called Azania. We're also gonna need to call up to declare the variables of this page. So the username and password, we're gonna get them there. So let's go and look into that. Username and password, we see them. Okay, so we're gonna say okay, where is our username and password? We're gonna say login password. You can see type password, but we're gonna name. You see, when you're dealing with PHP, you have to do this, say name, and after putting name, you say equals to password. Okay, after putting password, and also you have to look for username, the text which says type text watch control username. Yes, username. After we have this username, we're gonna come here and also say name equals to our username. So after that, we're gonna save, and we're gonna go back here in our PHP, and we say we're gonna get the username and password. Then we're gonna do like this, $sign, underscore that, then we say equals to this underscore post, which is gonna be, we're gonna do that like this. We close it, we put our username here, and after that, then we're gonna copy this and come down here, and we do what? We put password, and also we put password. Okay, after putting this password, simply we know we have our stuff here. So we can do this. We can say welcome who, this person who has logged in, whoever gonna put in the name, we're gonna get it. Let's put it here, and we save. After saving, we're gonna go back here and we refresh this, and also we put the username. Maybe we're gonna say Donald. Okay, then password, you can put any password, say da. Then you say login. You can see it says welcome Donald. Simply means we got the name. So if we go back here and we type in a different name, maybe we're gonna say Fred. Fred. I'm doing this step by step so that you can understand what's going on. Password, you can put any password. You can say 0 or whatever. We put whatever. Then we say login. You can see it says welcome Fred. Whoever you put is gonna come here. So simply means we managed to get our content, our names, variables from here to that side of PHP, from HTML to PHP. So that's crazily good. So what's gonna be next now? We gonna do a what? We're gonna take this password and we say welcome whoever gonna be in, and we say your password is who? Is Ban. So we're gonna say welcome what then, and say your password is that. So we save, and we come back here and we refresh, and this time we're gonna use who, we're gonna say maybe Messi. your password is Ronaldo. Okay, then say login. You can see it tells us Messi, your password is. It didn't give us that. I believe simply mean because password is password, and I was supposed to get it in a different way, not this way, because look, I messed up there, so that's why I didn't get it. So that's the different. That's what the problem I made. Say refresh. I can't get it. Go back and say Messi, your password is Ronaldo. Then we save. You can see now we get it like Messi, your password is Ronaldo. Done. So once we are on that level, we expect ourselves to know less but to know more. We're gonna know more though we know less. So this simply means we're going to get script now. We're gonna write a script here which is gonna help us to connect to the database called Azania. You remember the database we used? That's what we're gonna use now. So that shouldn't be something different or something difficult. We're gonna get that so that we carry on with our stuff. So guys, that's step one is done. We're gonna go to step 2. I hope you understand step by step. I'm trying to be a little bit slow so that you also catch up with me. So I do some pauses when I'm doing some couple of things. I would like you to know what's going on. That's why I'm trying to be a little bit slow as possible. So okay, so that shouldn't bother you much because you're gonna know a lot of things for now. So for now we're going to work on the code to do what, to write the DB, to connect to the DB. Once we connect to the database, that's when we're gonna tell this to match with something we're gonna go get into our database. So the database name is called Donald Trump. So I'm sorry guys, the database name is called Azania. So in Azania, that's where we're gonna go and pick up some stuff. So if I can remember where, I'm gonna start what I have to do as soon as possible, guys. There's something I'm checking here. I wanna speed up the process so that we don't get, I got my code here for the database. I don't want to make a lot of time, but I'm gonna explain to you. So you can create a variable called con, and where you're gonna store this new PDO. Then after that you open here and you close. Once you close, we go inside in here. You go inside in there and say, and you're gonna say, you're gonna put quote, those double quotes, then say MySQL, because we're using MySQL, but it should be small letters. MySQL, then you put colon, then you say host. The host, who's the host? The host is my local host. One word. Then after that, we're gonna say semicolon. Then you say DB. It's gonna be DB name. Then DB name we say equals to Azania. If I remember well, it's gonna be Azania DB. DB. Then after that, Azania DB. That's where your that what quotes end. Then you put a comma. In after the comma, you're gonna put two quotes, whereby you're gonna put the root, which is your user, then another comma, then you put your password for the database, which is gonna be called root. So for that, if your database, everything is right here, it should connect, and if it connects, it's gonna tell us that hi. Okay, let me say this. I'm gonna tell it to say here if I'm gonna say if it's con. If it's con, please tell us that something is good, and say okay. I'm gonna say echo. We're gonna echo a statement here to tell us if we're going in the right direction. So we're gonna say here we are connected, if that is right. So I'm gonna save here, and after saving, I'm gonna go back to my localhost. Not there, so we're gonna go back here. Okay, I'm gonna refresh here and see. Yes, you see why it says we are connected. Simply means we are done with that part of the database. Good. So now we're gonna fight with one thing, which is gonna be the code to do what, to connect to fetch your, to do your login. So the login page should work properly for you to do what, to fetch up, to connect to do the login system, because the connection is being established. Now what we're looking for is something to do what, something to help us to connect to go and check data, if that is the thing. So but we're gonna have to run a SQL query. If it goes well, then simply means we're gonna be in a position to do what, to know what's going on. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna do a query which gonna go to the DB to fetch up some stuff. So that query, okay, once we connect to the database, we don't need this even. We don't need this anymore. We can comment on this and we say, yeah, we not interested in that anymore. Then we're gonna put here our query. We close it here, because look, these are just comments, you don't need them. I just comment my code and say fetch data in the DBH. So anyway, it's fine. So I'm gonna say that query, okay, $, query, okay, query, query, what's going on with, what's wrong with me? So equals to, we're gonna say it's gonna be select statement. We're gonna be in here and say select username, the name. So we're selecting the username from the table. Okay, then username from users where the table is called users. So where username name equals to what? Equals to user name. Okay, but we have to do this. Yes. Okay, and we're gonna use the end. Say go here and say end password equals to it should be the same thing, password. Then we closed our select. We have to use, I'm using select. Yes, we use a double quotes. Okay, so now if that is okay, now we're going to see if that's fine. So the second thing is gonna say we're gonna declare something else here down, which is gonna be like query query, whatever you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want to call it, query. Maybe I'll say login, and do this, then say execute. Execute should be the E there, then we say deep. Okay, do it's an array, so whereby we say no execute. I shouldn't forget, no, we shouldn't do that first. We have to say con, the DB connection con, yes, small letter con, then this is the DB connection, that's what I'm putting here. Then I'll say this should be like this. Then since this is something this should be equals to this, then it should be like that. Then I say prepare. Then after prepare, what you're gonna do here, you're going to put this and go get your query here, then you store it in here. Okay, after that you have to go down and use the same here, copy this, and if you feel confused, you can go step by step, or pause the video and understand, or rewind the video so that you can understand what's going on. I don't want to be a little bit faster so that I confuse you. So that's when you're gonna say execute, and you're gonna say array, then you open it, then this is where you're gonna put your username and password. So remember this is when these two gonna come in place, but we have to put them up now. So I'm gonna put them here up, and if I'm here, let me close this. I have to close this, then I put here something like that. So inside that's when we're gonna put our stuff to compare the username and password. So we're gonna come and say here, inside here, we're gonna come and put this and say username, then it should be, go outside here and say equals like, then that's when you're gonna copy this username. But the username here, I think we put it to big letters, which should be small. Okay, we did it like that. Let's leave it like the way it is to avoid confusion. So we're gonna copy that and say username equals to that. So I believe there should be something like a comma, because we're gonna deal with another same thing here. So the thing is like I'm copying and pasting, but I'm gonna change from username to password. So this gonna work like this. Copy this and put it in here. Bring this, put it in here. So this simply means we want, okay, delete this. We want to compare if the username we have in the database equals to the username we get in from our HTML there on the form. Also, if the password we get that is the same here. So that's why we did say password equals to password, username equals to username. If all these match, we should tell the program to say, okay, this guy is right, so take us somewhere. Okay, so we're gonna come here down and say result equals to, I'm gonna say result equals to, we can use this login, then we say we're gonna count rows. So we use that function called row account, and I will close it here. So now we're gonna start using the if statement, and also we're gonna use what they call the sessions. I believe you know a little bit of sessions, and if you don't know, then I'm sorry. So what we're gonna do now, to avoid much confusion, we're gonna come here and create our if statement. If statement just tells you that all our code is done, but we're gonna use if statement to manage to achieve some stuff. Okay, we can say if is this, if is that, which means if is greater than 0. If simply means if there is some account here, what are you supposed to do? Say echo. We can echo this statement. Simply echo this statement if something is there. So put the username and password set. Okay, let's try. If it doesn't work, then we're still gonna know what's the problem. Say, oh, it didn't work that way. So we're gonna say Messi. No, there's no Messi. I have a username called Ghana. I'm gonna say 1. Okay, if it doesn't work, simply means it didn't work. I'm gonna say see, it simply means we have a problem or an issue here which we don't know, because okay, simply means what we're gonna do, we're gonna find out why it doesn't work. So we're gonna say else tell us what's going on. Okay, so it's like that. It's showing a blank page, which is a very bad thing to see. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna tell this system to tell us if there's something wrong. If there's nothing wrong, then why not? It doesn't give us anything. It should give us something. I'm still thinking why it's behaving like this. No stress. We're gonna say give it. That's why we use if and else statement. Else, give it this. Else echo. We're gonna say wrong username. We're gonna say here wrong password. Okay, that's okay. Go back here. Say it doesn't even tell us that. Simple. So it simply means we have a problem with our code. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna find a code. There's a code I usually use in some scenarios like this. That code is to show us the error, PHP error, in case we have error. Let me get that code and copy it here for you. So it will tell us what's the problem. So I'm gonna put it here and put it into under the comments here. If I paste it here, it should tell us what's wrong. There are only 3 lines. Don't get confused. Just know each and every code what it does, so that you don't need it. Maybe your okay. Simply still don't get the error. Don't give us the error. So critically, we have to check line by line in our code. We say okay, we selected. Oh, okay, we selected username from users, where username equals to username. Okay, and password equals to password. You can see there's no that. semicolon. That could be also the problem. So good enough. You have to, when you're coding, there's no way that you never get errors. You're going to get errors. Let's refresh here and you go back here and say gamma, say okay, say don't save, we don't see anything. Simply means we must have something wrong also with our code. Again, we simply done with this query username. Okay, that line is done. Login equals to, okay, remember this one open second, we did not close the second bracket. So let's save. Even you, when you're coding that side, if you find a problem, just you can see good. 100% okay. Now you can see we saw the problem. I cannot be okay. Good, everything is working, but it tells us wrong password. Okay, so simply means we're putting in a wrong password. Let's put in something like and I'm gonna go to okay. Yeah, we have one simple reason why this is not working. Even if you give it a right password, this is something whereby we're using MD5 for encryption. So our code is not our password is not plain text. So we have to look into a way to get that converted. So we're gonna get that, and once we get that, it's gonna work. I'm pretty sure, but we pass something, because our password is not just something which is plain. The password is something which has what, which is encrypted. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave our password to be password as it is. So but now here we're going to, okay, let's make it to be pass with a single p. Then we're gonna say no, let's do this and say pass with a single a s equals to MD5. That's the encryption. Then we go and we circle this in here, we close it, and we give it this. Okay, then since we gave it that, then we're gonna try our best to see that we get in there. So okay, go and go back here and we say put in that, then we log in. Still give us the wrong password. Why is it that? Let's check our code first. We see the wrong password. Where does it come? Okay, if result is greater than 0, say welcome. Okay, else echo this. Okay, we are connected. It shows that connection string which we don't want. So it skips here and comes here. You understand? So there could be something wrong here in our logic, but that's the way it works. I'm gonna swipe here if row, yeah, I should say maybe if rows less than this, then we should get a different story. Let me try to log in using other usernames and passwords. Gonna say okay. Okay. Wrong password, and I'm sure using all my passwords I know of. Let me get something like I'm gonna get something like okay, let me check the DB and I see how what do I have this side. Some of the users. Okay, user. Okay. I'm checking for you to get the passwords, but the code is done, guys. I'll get one of the most amazing stuff. Wrong password, gives me wrong password. I'm gonna say okay, gonna be there. Okay, wrong password, don't save. Gonna save. Okay, no luck on that. Simply means all the passwords I have, they are wrong, but that's fine. That's fine. Let me look into my code and I see if I'm doing the right thing. Oh guys, this is crazy. You know, I forget a lot. We're gonna take this, we go and put it here, because we did do that encryption thing to decrypt our stuff. Then we say okay, save. Let's find it again if it's gonna help us and work. So we're gonna go and say, but this time it should work. Okay, no stress. I'm gonna go with this. Okay, yes, you can see, guys, we got that. We managed to log in. It gives us our username and our password, guys. So thanks, guys. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna tell this where it should go. So where is it gonna go? It's gonna go somewhere like we tell it to go to. We're gonna tell our code to go where. If the username and password is right, so if it's right here, we don't have to do this. What we're gonna do, we're gonna redirect it to what? To home page, which is gonna be header, if I'm not mistaken, location. Let me say index dot html dot p dot html. Then we go here and we go here. So okay, if the username is fine, it should take us there. It should jump us from the login system to take us to the other page. Okay, we're gonna go. Yes, guys, that's good. So let's go and put in the wrong username. It stops there. If we put in the right password, it takes us on this page. Yeah, guys, I would say this was awesome to be with you today. Here you can create a page where you want to put this guy, what you want the code to do after. So here we say if everything is right, it's gonna take us to this page. If not, if things are not right, it should take us to tell us this message. you can create a page which can where you can go and the code should tell you what's going on, but all it's gonna depend on you. So guys, thanks for watching, and I want to say this code is only to show you the errors. If you wanna say you can omit that code, this code is for connecting to a database. You can separate it, put it in a different page, so that your page looks a little bit clean and smart. This is where the reason why we did this is that our database passwords are encrypted, so we change them to this. But if you did not encrypt them when we are putting them, that's a plain text. When you go to the DB, you can see them. That simply means you don't have to use this. You can use this straight, and you put it here. Understand? Guys, thanks for watching. I hope this helps. See you in the next video.